All right, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to some more You Got Serbed here in Europa Universalis 5. Let's do our little check that we do at the beginning. Hello, me. Hey, right back at you, buddy. All right, let's get going, let's get going. Hey, Mauricio, what's up, my friend? More ham struggling to make this economy work. Yeah, well, I have to say, actually, and expand more than one tile per stream. I know, seriously. Actually, you can see our economy has actually been doing okay. It's our military that's kind of been sucking. So in the morning episode earlier today, we started something, but we didn't finish something. We started a war with the Ottomans, and it didn't go so well. Bulgaria supposedly helped us, not much. So you can see the Ottomans ended up taking some land. We have to get this little sliver off of them here for the achievement. And then we do need to get Constantinople, so we do kind of need to pave a way for ourselves. But it didn't work out so well. So, Rutro. I also realized, you know, I guess I had just assumed this whole time that our capital was a city, and it was not. So we are now we're now a city. Ooh, a market charter. That might be the thing we wanted. Yeah, exactly. Now I have to wait the long, unbreakable truce. I know. Yeah, how long do we have? Let's take a look. Oof, 12 years. We've got 12 years to go. You know, I haven't looked at who the hegemons are here. Naval one is France. Great Ming is the economic one. Egypt is the military one. Sheesh. Great Ming is the diplomatic one. And the Kingdom of Goryeo is the cultural one. Hey, Radical Anachronist, hello. How you doing? Hey, I'm Cuts & Co. Good to see you, my friend. How's it going? So this kind of put a little bit of a wrench in our plan here. See, I wanted to go after the Ottomans first so that we could start pushing towards, where is it? Humanist. Because if we go after Bulgaria and we're spiritualists, we're going to get a lot of antagonism. So we're at a moment here where we kind of have to pivot. I think what we'll mainly do this episode, we need to do a lot of urbanizing, right? So we have this amount of money. We're close to an amount of money that we can get another city. Problem is, we don't have the population for it. We don't really have 30K anywhere. I thought we had somewhere that was kind of close. Yeah, not really. But, you know, we could use a lot more towns. So let's take a look at the provinces here. What? Oh, that's Kosovo. Oh, that's Kosovo. Okay, never mind. We're building one, or we recently built one. Somewhere over here. Yeah, I kind of have to figure out where I want to do this stuff. This is also Kosovo, so this is Illyria. Yeah, that's a town. Alright, so what about here? They have a town there. Alright, so this might be the next one we do. Oh. Yeah, they have one here. This is Albanian one. Yeah, they have one. Okay, so actually, maybe we might do one in Kosovo here. Pretty well ready for this weekend to get here. Yeah. Yeah, World Cup final is this weekend. I was just talking about this with a friend, and I'm like, this is the first time ever. I'm like, I'm ready for the World Cup to be over. I have to say. And I'm really surprised by that. I'm always like, usually by the end of the tournament, I'm like, oh, I can't believe it's over. It's going to be another 4 years till I get to see another one. Just don't feel that way. Man, I didn't realize how granular some of the stuff gets in this game. Yeah, it really does. It really does. This game is very minute. I'm usually just listening, but actually seeing it, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, we need to urbanize a little bit more. It looks like actually we do have a town in most of these provinces. I guess we don't have one over here, but it would be better to put it somewhere where we do have more control. So in terms of Kosovo... Yeah, we do have a couple towns here. All right, well, actually, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to build up a little bit of a navy, finally. I've been talking about it, and I'm not being about it. So let's build 2 of those guys. The bark, I think, 50, 250, 100. What does the cog upgrade to? Oh, the Hulk. All right, let's build some of these guys, because we'll research the Hulk and then upgrade them. There we go. So we're building like 4 ships. Actually, let's make it an even 5. We'll build another early Carrack. No matter if we win or lose, people would riot either in happiness or anger. So I go outside with caution. Yeah. Oh, man. That's so true, right? That's so true. That's like... That's how a lot of sports things work in the U.S. here. There's certain cities in the U.S. that are known for that. Like Philadelphia. Whether their team wins or loses, the city is going to get destroyed. You know, the Knicks won the NBA this last year, and everybody was like, oh my god, New Yorkers are going to burn that city to the ground. And we didn't. We didn't. Now, I say we meaning New Yorkers. I'm not actually a Knicks fan, but New York did not burn the city to the ground. I'll tell you what, though, talking about New York and burning the city to the ground, we'll be interested to see what it looks like this Sunday for the World Cup final, because... Man, it has been awful here the last 2 days in New York. The wildfires in Canada have come down this way. Not the fire, but the smoke and the smell and everything. The sky, it's been really hazy, and it's looked like yellow outside, and there's a smell. A lot of people are starting to walk around with those N95s back on, because... It also, like, it's hard to breathe sometimes here in the city. It's going to be an interesting thing to see what the conditions are going to be like for the final this Sunday. Same. I'm going to watch some matches this weekend, but it feels like it's been going on for a minute, and we're plugged in to a lot of the stuff going on around it. Yeah, it has made me watch to get back into watching soccer more regularly, though. Didn't realize how much I missed it. Oh, yeah. This is like my time. Every 4 years, I have the World Cup. It is my happy time. But, I don't know. This is the first time I've kind of been like, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy this World Cup. This World Cup, objectively, the World Cup was very fun. I don't know. There's a little bit of enthusiasm that I've lost in this one. Maybe it's because of a lot of the stuff surrounding it. Maybe it's because of the way the U.S. crashed out. But, like, I've seen the U.S. crash out before. In 1998, in France 98, we lost every single group stage game. And yet, I feel worse at the end of this World Cup than I did France 98. And I don't understand why. I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. We gotta pause for a second here. I just realized a very interesting thing. Hold on, let me catch up here. On the plus side, at least this final, everybody will understand each other's insults. Yeah, that's just so being on the grades team's corner is asking for trouble. That's a great point. I didn't think about that. I wonder how many finals there's been like that where both countries speak the same language. Man, I need a break from political news. I'll watch the cup matches instead. Right? Right? Like, come on now. This is supposed to be the great escapism. It was very fun, but as always, depends where you're from. Some regions dislike the results a lot. Yeah, I have to, yeah. You're probably doing a lot better than others are, I'll say, Mauricio. Okay, so I just realized something about the game here. And I guess I should say, too, anybody who was watching this morning, I have to apologize. So as I was saying goodbye and ending the stream, my computer completely froze. I don't know what happened, but it's not even like the game froze, like my entire machine froze. But I was like, I literally was saying, all right, I think that's it for today, everybody. And then boom, gone. So we didn't lose anything of the run. However, I'm realizing since we're in Iron Man mode, it didn't update the autosave. Because before we ended last episode, our king died. Oops. No, not that button. Oh my god, why can't I click things? And this guy had taken over. That doesn't seem to be the case right now. Wait. Tell me... Oh... That's why I had all that money. Our capital is not upgrading to a city right now. Let me cancel as much of this as I can. Oh my god. That's why I still had I was wondering why I still had all that money. Okay. There we go. Now we need 1.51k. Oh, I think lumber needs to upgrade because we were just using it, right? No. And somehow it's going to cost us more money now. Yeah, so we lost like some progress. And I use the term progress very sparingly. I think they should start building walled fences on the fans' team's corner. Oh my god, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I have to say, MetLife Stadium, or as it's been called, the New York, New Jersey Stadium. If you are all the way down at the front of the sections, you are kind of close to the field, especially where the corners are, since the stadium is built for American football. So you really have to fit soccer there. I mean, it fits soccer, but you really have to utilize all the space. So I feel like you are kind of close. Although, what am I talking about? I guess every stadium's kind of like that, right? Talking like that's something unique to that stadium. All right, there we go. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Oh, thank God I thought of that now before I built up those ships. All right. All right, let's see what this does to our budget. We'll bring these guys back up to level. So we still got a good amount of income. Let's get a little bit more stability. I gotta start revoking some of these privileges, especially for the Stella. Yeah, diplomacy, we should be all the way down. All right, there we go, there we go. Ooh, stream lag bad for me, my end. Catching up now. Philly do be like that. Sorry to hear about the stuff with the fires. It sounds like it sucks. Yeah, it really does. Oh. It today, I thought it was bad yesterday, and it got worse today. When I was going to pick up my kids from the bus stop, like breathing in, you can kind of taste it and get that. It doesn't burn, but you can tell it's like, if it were any more, it would start burning when you breathe it in. Not good. So I can't imagine what the games are going to be like. Yeah. So now what we got to do is we have to start building our standing army back up. Let's get that guy out of there. This will be our general. What do we need? Yeah, so we should at least get, like... What would we rather, like, crossbowmen or men-at-arms? Yeah, like, the crossbowmen... A combat power of 1. Oh, these guys are also 1. Strength damage taken. This impacts the amount of damage a unit takes in combat. For ships, it's the damage to the actual ship, while for regiments, in terms of how much manpower dies from combat. So minus 10%. Morale damage taken. Flanking ability. Yeah, so we really do need some men-at-arms. So we need to get to 414. Let's see, what else? What's the market looking like? Yeah, look at all that jewelry and all that silver. What do we need? Oh, we need fiber crops and... And we could build one here. Yeah, once again, cloth. We just cannot do enough cloth, huh? The rural cloth maker. Yeah, we can't build anything there anymore, though, but we can here. How much is this going to cost us? Yeah. So let's do 2 of those. This is fairly cheap, so we really should build this up. There we go. That's good for now. Stop importing so much of it. Oh man, these are the worst kind of games to lose progress on. Yeah, I know. Well, and I think it's not a lot of progress, it looks like. Not a lot, but yeah, like, I kind of now am off on where I left off. You know, like, I almost made that big mistake not upgrading our capital there. I think I was even building some more units before we ended the last episode. So I think what we really need to do is... we're never going to have more levies than everybody, and so... we need to have enough standing army that we really can, like, take people on. So, like, these guys have a total of, like, 19,000 troops. These guys have about 23. Like, honestly, I want to get to, like, at least, like, 10,000 standing army. That's, I mean, it's going to be a lot. It's going to take a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of manpower. So I really am going to need to keep building, building more towns and stuff, urbanizing, so that we can get more armories going. So we'll see. Honestly, I should, you know, I should be able to do this in the time frame of this truce. So what? 1484. So in 11 years. I think in 11 years, I should be able to have an army like that. At some point in time, Wallachia will like me again. Oh, there we go. Now we got the Hulk. Oh, yeah, but I'm not building those cocks. Oh, well. Yeah, Wallachia. Vlad the Impaler here, as we were talking about earlier today. Just doesn't want to like me. Yeah, let's do that. In reflection of our society's spiritual ways, King Dreslav II Nemanjic has momentarily attained a higher level of consciousness and gained a divine vision showing him that he must improve before the country improves. He is no longer who he once was. This spiritual experience has driven him to become better, as he must fulfill his vision to see the kingdom of Serbia rise above. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go towards spiritual. Well, yeah. I guess let's take the legitimacy. We can stop spending money on it. We'll gain 5 to humanist, but we're just going to lose it anyway. But now we can bring down this. Well, just by a little bit. Alright, now we should be able to build a men-at-arms. Do we really have that much of a shortage of tools? So for the total market, yeah. I feel like Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar when I try to catch up on live on the stream. I do it in small bits, try not to miss too much of the chat, but it's like slipping on the timeline. Yeah. Yeah, that scene where he's watching all the missed video messages from his family. And with the way I play the game, you're probably responding in the same way he did. Just like laughing at the beginning, and then by the end of it, it's like, oh. Right? Oh my god. What are they doing? Just gonna go back to my 4-dimensional library. Neil for Merv. I was gonna say Marv. Wait, is it Merv? Wait. Damn, what is the daughter's name that he yells? Merv. No, it's not. Oh my god, I don't know. How do I not know? That's like my favorite movie. Oh, well, one of my favorite movies. Yeah, it throws me off to not play for a couple days. When I first started, I once lost the night of playing. It threw me off so bad the next time I played. Yeah. Yeah, you do kind of get out of practice sometimes with these Paradox games. Like, it was a couple months back, I did a, I called a blind playthrough, 2 episodes of Hearts of Iron 4, because I don't really play Hearts of Iron, so I was learning the game while I played it for the first time on stream. And I feel like over those 2 episodes, I got a good handle on the game. I really haven't played it since then, and now I'm like, I don't remember anything about that game. Alright, let's go back to our cabinet position here. So I believe we don't have anything left to integrate. Now we could change societal values. Is there something we want to change? You know, I'll tell you, I think the thing that has really helped us so much is finally leaning towards plutocracy and this cost of court. That has helped quite a bit. So if we go to quantity, yeah, we're moving a good amount towards command economy. We're moving towards inward. That's good. I mean, I don't want to move toward humanist yet. You know, we'll use the guy to yeah, right now we're increasing control in Upper Macedonia. We could increase control here. Although I thought we had another big income state or location. Let me look at wealth real quick. Yeah. Bosna. Oh wait, oh no, I don't think I can increase control. Because I'm already doing it, right? Nope. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll change societal values. We'll start moving more towards plutocracy to get that going quicker. Yeah, because we were at 0.03. Now we're moving. Who gave the king magic mushrooms? I know, right? He's having visions. At least we chose get rid of that nonsense. Oh, no. I don't want you guys moving that way. Go back over there. Yeah, I need to watch it again. It's been ages since I've seen it. Yeah. I absolutely love that movie. God, it's gonna kill me now. What's the name of the daughter in Interstellar? Murph. That's right. Murph. That's what he was yelling. Murph. This is why I want to get better about taking notes when I play. It sounds weird, but there's too many plates spinning to remember them all if you're not playing every day. Yeah. No, it makes sense. I've seen people post on Reddit how they take notes while they play. Somebody one time showed like this intricate page of notes that they had taken. And I was like, man, I wish I was diligent enough to do that because I feel like I would do much better. But alas, I don't do that. I should. I probably should. Oh, we can do this synod thing again. So I'm moving the map around here because I find I feel like it doesn't show up on stream, but visually, when you zoom in, it's like going like this. And I don't know why it does that every now and then. And then it'll just stop doing it. I kind of forget all the things I can get here. Local minute. Yeah, let's do that. The clerical matters of our realm demand tentative care and attention if we are to preserve our orthodox traditions, to deliberate on the issues at hand, and determine a common goal across our spiritual domain. A most holy orthodox synod will be called immediately. Yes, so I don't want that one. The tax efficiency would be nice, but no, what I want... that monthly control. Yes. Okay, so we want the local administration. According to the proceedings laid out by our forefathers and the highest ecclesiastical authority of orthodoxy, we have called in session a synod in order to investigate and to improve our legislation. Various prominent members of the clergy are in attendance, eager to hear the conclusion of the ceremonies. This synod shall focus on our local administration. Yeah, so let's get that extra little bit of monthly control. I hate doing all the prep for something, then forgetting that I'm doing it next time and heading in a different direction, only to realize what happened later when it's too late. I usually try to at least have a build queue and a law being passed when I sign off, so I have something to pick up on, oh, the next time I play. That's actually a very smart way to go about it. Yeah, start the law enactment so that you don't forget to do it, and set the build queue. Although it's so funny, I feel like every time, since I do Victoria 3 once, I do the 2 sessions, but I only do it on Tuesdays, so it's always a week before I get back to the Victoria 3 stream. And I feel like I'm always like, what was I doing this last episode? Why am I building this stuff? So yeah, I guess having notes would be helpful. Wait, what's happening? Oh, we're at 100. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's do another one. So we want to get those heavy cavalrymen back. I got pretty good about it when I was playing Kerbal Space Program. When I got to the point where it took multiple days to do the design, build, and launch, and especially after I got to missions with multiple launches required. God, I gotta play that game. Lately I feel like I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and it sounds like something I would absolutely love. Like a realistic space like space program, building rockets and stuff, sending them off. I should get that game. Although, what was I think? Somebody yesterday was saying the second one isn't that good, and the first one is still great. Is that right? Or did I mishear that? All right. Building the army back up. Where are we at with levies? Got about 7,000. I should get... I feel like for... Oh, finally we have positive. Wallachia would need to pay to maintain the relation. What does that mean? Missing key. Okay. Let's get a spy network going against the Ottomans here. All right. We go, away we go. Income's going down a little bit. I probably need to... Oh, you know, do we... No, we're still building some of those spinners guilds. Yeah, let's get another one of those go, or two more of those going. Keep the market going. I should be able to build more in our capital, now that I think about it, when we're done becoming a city. I wonder what the map will look like as well. You know, we're almost halfway through the age, too, and I still haven't gotten any of the institutions. I've kind of been neglecting this. Yeah, maritime presence. Where is this? So Paris. Can we reach Paris for trades? Yeah, I feel like a week would throw me off. Do you ever look back through the stream to figure out where you left off? I don't look at the stream, but sometimes I will just pull up the game, pull up the save, and just kind of click around just to see where I'm at. Because usually with that, I can kind of figure out what I was doing. Things I do have to do, though, when I'm doing like a starting step series that I'm recording, and I have to like put it down and then come back to it another day, I do have to watch like the end of the last video I did just so that I know what I was talking about, so when I edit it all together, like I'm still like in the same thought process as I was when I stopped. The people of the war-torn city of Oreos, are looking for reasons for the misfortunes that have befallen them. Fortunately, they have not found them to be related to our rulership. But unfortunately, what they have found has caused quite a stir. The prolonged effects of the war and how they seem to affect some more how they seem to affect some more than others, they claim, can only be the work of those practicing witchcraft and sorcery. Oh no. Accusations have been leveled generously, and there are local authorities willing to organize proper trials for these crimes. As proper as trials for magic get in Serbia, anyway. Hey, for 10 years, we'll get some progress toward humanist. Okay. If we were to promote and strengthen the powers of lay members of the church administration and bring in more state appointments, we would bring the church under central control. The other side of the coin is that we will damage the church's moral standing with the people. Yeah, let's do that. I would say Kerbal Space Program is to astrophysics what Victoria 3 is. Oh, economics. Oh, interesting. The game is cool, but I enjoyed it a lot for the simulator it was built on top of. I learned a ton about orbital mechanics that I feel like I never would have understood as well in school. Oh, man. You just sold Kerbal Space Program to me. I think I gotta get that. And yeah, when I first started playing, the unanimous advice was Kerbal Space Program plus mods over Kerbal Space Program 2. The studio fired a lot of the OG devs, and the 2 launch was bad. Yeah. See, that's what I can't decide what to do. Because, like, why wouldn't the second one be more advanced and better than the first one? And so, like, if I'm going to buy one, why would I buy the first one and not the second one? But it seems to be a kind of... I hear this a lot in other streams. You should get the first one. But I'm surprised the second one isn't, like, whatever's bad about it hasn't been fixed with mods. There's also a spiritual successor called Kitten Space Agency, made by some of the OG devs and modders from Kerbal Space Program 1. Really? Kitten Space Agency? That's amazing. Oh my god, I'm gonna look that up after stream. Oh, yes. So, before those events popped up, can we reach Paris? Yeah, give me... God, what am I looking for here? Yes. Oh, you know, I haven't realized until now. So did they get rid of recommended trades? I know about the trade orders, but... Oh, here we go. Oh, I haven't looked over in this section yet. Okay. Yeah, damn, we can't reach the Paris market. Oh man, look at all this jewelry we could export to them. If only we could reach them. What are we researching here? Oh, well, we got to add stuff anyway. There's got to be something for space, or for trade. I'm thinking about Kerbal Space Program now. No, for trade range. Yeah, we have that. And distant markets. Trade range can be increased primarily through advances, although some laws, privileges, and reforms. Oh, but for just starting, I try Kerbal Space Program first. There's a ton of mods, and you can basically build a few different games with them, depending on the playstyle you want. The graphics mods alone totally change the feel of the game for the better. Ah, nice. Ah, witchcraft, yeah. Communist Red Scare of ye olden days, yep. We've reached it. All right. Yeah, let's get another heavy cavalry. Who's this? The Kingdom of Hungary declared war. We were just allies. Oh, what in the... What? Tell me, Bulgaria, you are allied with them. Why did you not join this war? Oh, wait. No. I think the Ottomans, part of the truce was to break... Yeah, we don't annul treaties. I forgot about that. But they are allied with Hungary. They didn't join them. Oh, man, we are going to get rocked in this one. Because we don't have the levies. This is not good. Not good at all. What about Bohemia? Oh yeah, they don't like us. I forgot. Austria? What about you? Will you join us? No, they won't. I mean, there's no evidence. We don't really have a lot of friends right now. Hmm. Yeah, and I don't have... I should have saved up a ton of money to get some mercenaries. All right. Well, Dern. Laura Dern. That sucks. Well, we could do the whole pick them off one by one thing. We could go take that army. Oh, did we finish converting this into a city? Yeah, we did. Yeah, now we can build a lot more here. That's good. All right. Now let's wait for everybody to join up. Oh, is it a little winter there? It's gonna take these guys forever, and it's not like that many troops. Yeah, go take these guys out over here. Try to take them one by one. Here we go. I feel like, though, there's just going to be, like, a wave of Hungarian forces that wipes through us in a little bit. So go up here, and then rest, get your morale back, and then we'll try to take these guys. Oh, yeah. There's the big stack that I'm afraid of. Well, hold on. Where would we get a defensive bonus here? Yeah, if we could stay in the forested locations here. Yeah, these have hills and forest. So everybody, yeah, come over there. And hopefully we can draw them out this way. Oh my god, look at this. Oh, yeah, gotta get the Saber meeting. Oh, establish noble. Ooh. This might help us. So while we're debating it, they'll have a little bit more attrition. Yeah, let's do this. And then we'll get 10 years of extra garrison size. Partial yield. Yeah, I don't want to go move toward free subjects. Not yet. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. So hopefully this makes any bit of difference for us. Yeah, so they're going to end up taking quite a bit of our land. But hopefully if they make it down this way... Try sending Bohemia some absinthe. Maybe that'll get them on your side. Yeah, that'll never fail with them. God, that would be so excellent if I could, right? But they just hate me. Because I would... Oddly enough, because I was allied with Hungary before. Hey, Brentum, this is an odd-looking Victoria 3 mod. Yes, it is, right? Oh, man. Yep, that's basically what it is sometimes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Oh, but we are at the hour mark here, so we do have to take a quick 90-second break and pay homage to the gods of ads here, because we're going to get hit by ads. So, 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. And we're back. Oi, 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 oi. We are about to get slapped down. I wonder if we can make it down here before they do. Yeah, I'm getting that weird thing in this game again. Visual thing. I don't know what that's about. Hey, Joe, what's up, what's up? Oh, here we go. We're about to get rocked. How you doing? I'm back. Just watched the president claim China rigged the elections from 2020. Oh, God, to 2026. Are you serious? So it went from Russia hoax to now China hoax. You can't make this up. Biden derangement syndrome is real. Oh my god, let's make that a real thing. Biden derangement syndrome. November can't come fast enough. Or can it? I mean, I'm just like... I don't know. I shouldn't say anything. I'm in such a pessimistic mood about everything lately. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good in November. Right? Because it has to be. I've resynced with the timeline for now. Oh, nice. Welcome back to the timeline. But hey, Joe, how are you doing, though? Good to see you. Good to see you. All we can do is hope. Well, actually, it's not all we can do, but... Republicans won the House, Senate, and Supreme Court, but yet somehow elections are rigged. I'm not even American, but makes me upset. Yeah. Yep. Doesn't it, though? Doesn't it make you upset? I mean, how do you call an election rigged that you won? Like, aren't you kind of admitting that you cheated? God, I wonder what they're going to take out of this. I guess it's a good thing I didn't end up building towns and everything up here. Oops. So, oh my god, part of the peace deal is a royal marriage? To who? My nephew? Okay. Be a good lad for YouTube, but geez, we know the real. I'm all goofy. Yeah, be a good lad for YouTube, exactly. I'm all groovy, or I'm all... Did I say goofy? I'm sorry. I saw groovy, but for some reason my mouth said goofy. Groovy, that's good, that's good. Like the old saying goes, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Yeah. That's kind of the times right now here in the US. That effort's even a sore winner. What a child. I know, right? Like, can you imagine, like, winning, like, a game or a sport, being up on the podium and being like, all of you cheated? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, you know what? I will admit, too, I feel like he kind of ruined this World Cup for me. And I hate to say it because of all the things he's ruining in the world, that's a very small potatoes. But it's just like one of the things that pisses me off because I'm like, you can't just let us have that. You can't just let us have that. God, I hate that man so much. I mean, what am I looking at here? We're going to have to accept this. What am I be like, no. Yep, here we go. Oh boy, God, did we just get slapped down. But on the bright side, we have massive control in large parts of the country now. I just lost large chunks of income. Oh, I can't believe that. I've met actual narcissists like that. Yeah, it really is a head trip. He just lives in his own twisted reality. That's his prerogative, but I wish he'd stop trying to force all of us to live in it too. Well, I mean, I think the thing that's so frustrating about it is the only reason why he's able to force all of us to live in it is because there are people who, even though it goes against their own self-interest want us, themselves, and everybody else to live in it. This is just such a cursed run. I don't think we're ever going to get this achievement. Talk about being pessimist. Yeah, narcissist gonna narcissist. Nah, 250 was a disaster. It should have been the greatest show on earth. It was like a part in the wind. Yeah, I know, the 250 celebration, man, like I didn't end up watching anything. I just kind of, I mean, I celebrated the 4th of July, but like I kind of let the 250th celebration just kind of pass. Because what are you going to watch? I don't want to watch. It's a celebration of him. I couldn't watch it. I mean, it matters because that's why he's doing it. You can't have anything in the world that doesn't have his Cheeto-tested fingers on it. Yeah. Fart. How is EU5? I haven't bought it yet. I was a huge EU4 fan, EU4 player, but given Paradox's record for new releases not being finished, I haven't gotten it yet. So I like the game a lot. I will say that. I do really enjoy the game quite a lot. That being said, I feel like after this stream, I might take a little bit of a break on EU5 and maybe do something else on Thursdays. Kind of thinking if maybe we switch the game tonight. God, that really, this event just really pissed me off. Well, we still have these gold mines here. So that being said, yeah, like if you haven't played EU5 yet, it's definitely worth getting and giving it a run and everything. I enjoy the game a lot, but there's also aspects of the economic system in it that I just find frustrating sometimes. So the basic gameplay loop is largely about like keeping control up, getting your proximity up so that you can increase the amount of taxes that you're getting from your locations, and I find that sometimes fun and sometimes tedious, I'll be honest. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just in. I should put a tag on the stream. Pessimist. That's what I am tonight. That's what I feel like I am tonight. The thing that gets me through it all is knowing that nature always wins in the end. Yep. Maybe it's Stellaris stream. You mentioned recently wanting to try that, right? Yeah, I was thinking about that. Or maybe even Surviving Mars. What if we just switched to Surviving Mars tonight? Oh, we can finally get printing press. Are you going to invest in gold for the future? No. Nah, I won't be doing that. That stuff always kind of seems like because I don't get like what actually is the value of gold right now. We're not on the gold standard. So like when people are like investing in gold, like that's a safe thing. Like when the time comes for it, like who's buying the gold? The new $1 gold Trump coin that he wants in circulation with his mean mug face. Yeah, like the things that people are going along with, I find outrageous. Like, to put a sitting president on the money? Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get how it's something so ridiculous that I don't even know how to describe to somebody that it is ridiculous if you can't see it as ridiculous. buying gold is a pain in the ass. You need to physically own it. Is that what it is when you see those commercials about like investing in gold? Like they're literally just shipping you gold bars. Is that what it is? I guess that makes sense. I don't know what I thought it would have been, but I guess I never really thought about it. Like, are they literally just shipping you gold? We had gold in 1457 and we have gold now. It's the rock of life. Small c government to be my ruler, sire. Or to be my ruler, sir. Yeah. Well, yeah, printer shop. What does everybody think if we switch to surviving Mars for the rest of the night? People who buy gold think that fiat money isn't real money, but gold is. Jokes on them. No money is real money. It's literally a social construct by the state. Yeah. I know. There's some people who still don't know that we aren't on the gold standard. Remember, I had this friend that I knew in college, and she had gotten a job at like a bank and had to go do this training. It was also talk about a narcissistic person. And I remember she was like, I need to tell you about something. Did you know we're not on the gold standard? And I was like, we graduated from the same college. You have a college degree. A degree from the same school I do. Like, how do you not know that? I just was floored. Like, really? Is good you learn in CK3 Ham because we going back to feudalism. Good thing you played Victoria 3 too, because we also going back to company rule. Both together. Fascism is just I don't know that. Caesarism. Okay, yeah. In the modern world, when the incentive structure rewards people like that rise to the top. Yeah. Government cash comes and goes with value as states and empires crumble. Gold stays there with constant value without the headache of government problems. Interesting. Okay. She got her master's at Trump University. Maybe. The Senate no longer speaks for the people of Rome. I alone speak for the people of Rome. Yeah, it's not even remotely original. It's always been, yeah, right? All right. I think I'm calling the Serbia run. I mean, we're in episode 15 here. That war with Hungary kind of broke me. I was kind of disappointed with the Ottoman War earlier, but this one... Yeah. Why don't we make a Mars colony? This is a lifelong frustration of mine. Most people who try to mansplain economics to people really don't know much about it either. Yeah, I know, right? It's so true. All right. We're switching the game for the night. So, let me exit out of this. We're going to start up the other one. Let me change the tags. I think we've got our ending for the Serbia run, unfortunately. Yeah, it was a good run, right? I mean, that's the other thing about EU5. Like, Victoria 3, I can do a full run. But EU5 runs take so long, it's like, when do you end the run? Because you can't, I mean, otherwise I'm going to do like 30 episodes of it. All right, let's do this. This is actually, Surviving Mars is actually the first, technically the first Paradox game I ever played, even though it's not a Paradox development studio. I was obsessed with this game for a long, long time. All right, let me change. Oh. Hold on, so everybody can see here. Here we go. Let me finish changing the tags. All right, let me switch it on YouTube here. Where do I... Oh, here we go. Oh, but it's going to change it for the whole thing. Yeah, I guess not. And what do we call this? Mars, I don't know. Mars attacks. I don't have a pun. I can't make a pun up right on the spot there. All right, let's do this. So, we're going to do a new game. Is this what it felt like to be a moderate German in 1920 to... I took my glasses off. To 1930s. Yeah, basically. I think we're starting to... All those times when you were in school and you're like, I don't understand how everybody went... I don't... How did that happen? I don't understand. Yeah, we're learning now. Legit question. What we see with MAGA, in that they go with all lies no matter how outrageous, does it not have similar aspects to those guys in that power and blinded the masses? Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. I think we are, like I said, I think we're getting that answer to the question when you were in school. Like, how did these people go along with this? And what's funny is, I guess not all of us in school were thinking that. Some people were secretly like, oh, that's cool, because why else are they going along with it? What's wrong with my glasses here? All right, so in this game, we pick a sponsor. I guess we'll just stick with the US for now. Commander profile, I like to go with psychologist, because you can start... Oh yeah, no lock tooltips. You start off with behavioral shaping, which is nice. Mystery, the last war, World War III. Let's do it. Founding faction. So this is something new with the relaunched version of the game. I don't actually know what that does. Rival colonies, China, Russia, Europe, sure. Oh, colony name. What should we name the colony? What's our Mars colony called? Big business didn't reach Mars yet. Good choice, Ham. Yes. Reminds me to that Command and Conquer quote. No, yeah. We're not doing... They do have a Space Y. We're not doing that. Blue Sun Corporation, Blue Origin, like... You actually could... You could be Paradox Interactive in it as the sponsor. Is just for state security in German, yeah. Yeah, there we go. I'll go with that, Mauricio. Ham, Last of Sanity. There we go. All right. So I find what a good starting thing is. Yeah, 2 generators, get a couple of the, where is it? The drones, the orbital probes, get a couple of those. We got the commander, we got the explorer, we got the transport. That's all we need. 1 drone hub, 1 fuel refinery, 2 generators. I think that's it. Because we're going to send a second rocket with more resources. Call it New Serbia. No! No! Alright. So we want a place that has good amount of resources. We don't want to be in a level 4 of any of these things. Though I try to avoid the places with cold waves. That's pretty tough. Oh, this is actually pretty good right here. Not a lot of dust devils. We'll get dust storms and meteors quite a bit, but no, we rarely will see any cold waves. Yeah, there we go. Trump excels not because they produce anything, but because their skill set is convincing people of things. You'll never get everyone, but you don't need to. Historically, you only need 1/4 of a third of pops. Yeah. Call it Serbs you right. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Now we're getting the puns.
Welcome to Mars.
All right. Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. This daunting endeavor will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen, and power. Awesome. All right, so let's pause. So we have a good concrete deposit here, but we do need a little bit more. Ooh. We've got a high rare metals here and low metals there. And so average metals, average concrete, that's actually a pretty good spot. And we got water over here. We actually have a pretty good spot here. We picked good, everybody. So normally we have to research to uncover these spots, but that's why we paid for these orbital probes. We can unlock things. Whoa, hold on. And a comfort boost. We've got water. Very high grade metal. So this means when we put our metal producer or metal extractor down, we'll be able to pull more metals than regular. We get the comfort boost. All right, this is actually looking like a good spot over here. And let's do this. Oops, I didn't mean to turn that around. Low water, average metals. So generally, you want to start off with a space that's got metals. We're going to need that. I think we're going to go right here. And then if we put our dome within range of this, we get a comfort boost. Yeah, this is it here. Okay. So we're going to do it here. So we'll touch down the first rocket over here. Let's get our construction going. We're going to want robotics. Then our transport can get more resources. Ah, yes, we want the high rise because we also have a lot of it. Engineers and geologists performance, and then terraforming, and then that. What else do I have to do? Oh, yeah. We have to... So, and so this is, we're going to end up, this will help us uncover spots on the map. Oh, they increase the amount you can do before the revamp of the game. And we had that. I don't know how familiar everybody is with this game. But, oh, we discovered a deep pit that connects to a network of caverns and lava tubes. The low gravity on Mars allows for much larger lava tubes and caverns than on Earth. The temperatures there are a lot less extreme, and there is ample protection from many of the hazards on the surface. Because of this, researchers believe that life on Mars, if it exists at all, will most likely be found in the underground. All right. All right, let's unpause. Yeah, so they recently revamped this game and relaunched it. And it's got some cool stuff, but I haven't really been able to dive into it as much. Now, we have water, which is good. Let's go ahead and get our other cargo rocket going. So we'll do that. The UI is all different now, so okay. We're gonna want another fuel refinery, another transport. Oh, and I should have taken a bunch of drones. I think that's all I need. For now. Might as well take that. The Martians living underground wondering what the hell are these two-legged apes doing here? Yeah, right? Well, hey, we are going to get to the underground. That is an aspect of the game. All right, so we got a bunch of anomalies. So do that, do that. Get the rest of these down here. And that one. Sounds good. Now, where are we going to put the drone hub? So basically, these are the little this controls the little worker robots. We need to keep things in range. Yeah, here we go. So we'll want it like this. Because it's going to get a lot of stuff in range here. I've never played it, but it looks cool. Yeah. Oh, this game is great. You know, I have to say, before Victoria 3, this was like, if I was going to be on a deserted island for like the rest of my life, I could only bring one game with me. It was this game. And then I discovered Victoria 3. Have you seen Project Hail Mary yet? Yes. I started watching it the other day, but didn't get a chance to finish it. Looks really good, though. It's fantastic. I love that. I love the movie. So, my wife and I listened to the book on a road trip. And I have to say, the audiobook is fantastic as well. They actually put a little bit of production quality into the audiobook. So the audiobook is great. And then we saw the movie when it came out. And the movie is just phenomenal. I love that movie. Wait, is it, you started watching it the other day. Is it out on streaming or like digital? I want to say, is it out on video? All right, so we need to start building power here. So we're going to build these generators. I also we need to build some stockpiles. And then we'll build a metals one and a concrete one. Is this game as long as EU5 or as short as Vicky 3? See, that's the thing, is that I don't know if this game has a clear-cut end. I think you just kind of keep going. I mean, I've never reached... So here's all the... You can terraform Mars as well. So here's like the atmosphere,
has stopped working.
the temperature, the water, the vegetation. I've never like fully terraformed the planet, but I don't think it ends there. I think this game is all just sandbox. Now, we picked... I don't think there's a way to see it. They do have like a story that they add in, and you can pick the story. And the story will end at some point, but the story is just kind of an addition to the run. This game is like all sandbox mode. That's cool. I love audiobooks. Yeah, that I highly recommend the audiobook for that. Look for it on VHS or DVD at the Blockbusters near you. The Blockbusters near you. Yep. I used to work at Blockbuster back in the day. That was my job in college. And what a college job it was. All right, we need a concrete extractor. I have this game in my Steam library, but never got into it. Oh, yeah. Well, so how long ago did you get it? Did you have the original game? Because they recently released, what do they call it? I guess you can't see it on here. Surviving Mars relaunched. And if you own the game already, I think it's like $15 and it upgrades to the relaunched one. But even before the I haven't actually played the relaunched one as much. But the older game, oh, I love that game. Which is just this game. Can I get... Yeah, there we go. So let's get some power going out there. My friend rented it on Amazon streaming, but I think he said it's just on there streaming for free now. Oh, you know, that makes sense. Amazon, so the now that you mention that, yeah, the audiobook is like, I think, exclusive to Amazon audiobooks or whatever it is. Or Audible. I think do they own Audible now? And then the movie was co-produced by Amazon. Or I think it was just straight up produced by Amazon. So I think that makes sense. Nice, my brother did. He watched a ton of free movies because of it. Exactly. It was like a great job for college because you got free movie and video game rentals. Wait, what is this guy? No, load resources. Oh, I hit the wrong button. No. Unload everything. But it was the worst job too. The store closed at 1 a.m. every day, was never closed. It was just like, so I had so many tired days in college.
Milestone completed.
Because
Until today, the only place we'd thought you could find Ice-15 outside of a lab was on an icy planet or a moon. And here we find it on Mars.
So, Ice-15 is a super dense phase of water ice which is formed in extremely cold and extremely high pressure environments. It turns out that the unique geological history of Mars allows a small quantity of Ice-15 to form under the crust. Even though we didn't confirm any substantial deposits of water, this discovery would cause uproar in the scientific communities and draw significant attention to our efforts on the Red Planet. Our sponsors immediately provided us with tools to discover more about the effects of Martian geology on the formation of underground ice. Oh, you know what? I realized too, I have by default the music off. I guess we can get the game music going. All right. Now, let's get some get some solar panels going. Yeah, I found ice diamonds. That I did. That I did. Hey, Java, what's up? What's up? I was hoping you would show up tonight because I know you're a big Surviving Mars fan. What a surprise. Yeah, we switched game midstream. I think the Serbia run in EU5 is finished. I think the Serbia run is finally done. And so for the rest of the night, we're just gonna do some Surviving Mars. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Needs an event where you outpost is buyed by the market and you lost the game. I know, right? Could be that. Could do that. I'm down. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, we just started too. So you're actually here pretty much for the beginning of Surviving Mars. All right, now I am a bit of a Surviving Mars originalist in the sense that, where is it? Oh, red, white, and blue. The building colors. I do like the original Surviving Mars colors. What is this red, white, and blue, though? Well, I've never tried it. Let's see what it is. What's the next EU5 game? I have no idea. Because I didn't know tonight I would call an end to it. To be honest with you. I didn't think I'd be doing that. So I don't know. I gotta think about it. All right, so we're putting this guy just on an automatic collect all these metals and put them in our depot. Oh, we need a waste rock storage. What's the... Perfect. Let's just, like, put it right here. Now, because this thing is so far away from the drone hub, we're going to put a recharge station right here as well. Ham rage quit, but in Hamcut's fashion, it was just like, screw this, I'm playing something else. Yep. That pretty much was my version of rage quitting. I didn't flip the table. I just said, screw this. Tired of this. Oh no, work was a shit show today. The fair is in town and well, people don't really want to work. I work like 7... Oh, I walk like 7 miles today all over. Oh my god, man. I am sorry to hear that. Your feet must be killing you. Feet must be killing you. Oof, that is tough. You survived. You survived.
We found signs of native life.
The sensor reading from the anomaly site proved the answer to one of the biggest mysteries about Mars. The explorer examined a mineral cluster and found the preserved remains of microscopic life forms. We've managed to confirm that the deposit originated on Mars and not on one of the many asteroids that pockmarked the surface of the planet. The team is ecstatic with the find. If there was past life on Mars, perhaps we are not alone in the universe. Yeah, let's get the funding. Maybe try some of the African states. Zimbabwe has some content. Yeah, so does the isolated Victoria Lake people. Yeah, I think I might do something like that. I think I've done quite a bit in Europe. I think it's time to move around the world a little bit. tomorrow again, probably. Ah, when does the fair end? How many days does the fair go? Ah, we got the Twitch bot. Hello, bot. Goodbye, bot. Be gone, bot. Be gone with thee. All right.
Sector scan.
Ah, we got a sector scanned. Nice, nice, and more nice. What should we call the stream? I'm not happy with. Oh, you know what? I used radical anarchist name for it for the name of the colony. I'll go with Joe's name for the name of the stream. Serbs You Right. It'll just show on Twitch. I don't think I don't want to. I can't change the one on YouTube without changing everything. Anybody coming to a Surviving Mars stream is going to be like, Serbs You Right. I don't understand. Whoa. Okay. I'm getting that janky visual thing on here. So that wasn't an EU5 thing. That's a my computer thing. That's interesting. Okay. Good to know. 10 days! Oh man, my friend, I am sorry. You got to deal with that for 10 days? Oof. Oof. I wish I could send you a drink. All right, so we have these power accumulators, so the battery is charging. So here's the basic game loop for this game, is that you build all these things, right? But they all have maintenance cost. So this one is a polymer. These are metals. And so we have these are like the basic resources: metals, concrete, rare metals, and exotic minerals. These are the survival stuff: electricity, and then the life support, oxygen and water. Then these are the advanced resources: polymers, machine parts, electronics, and fuel. Oh, we got to build the fuel. Everything has a maintenance cost, so you got to make sure your production of everything is going up. You can always order stuff from Earth, but it costs money. But spoiler alert, the story we're doing is called The Last War. Basically, World War III is going to break out on Earth, and we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff we got to go through for that. The Martians sweating underground. They're catching up to us. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I got to find where our underground entrance is, actually. It's right here. There we go. Perfect. It's not that far from us. I gotta say, I subscribe to the panspermia theory that life on Earth originated on Mars. Ah, interesting. Okay. I mean, why not? I do like Serbs You Right for the stream. Nice. It's an inside joke. You had to be there. Also, I don't want to steal credit. I think the colony name was someone else's suggestion. Oh, who suggested it? Wait, Mauricio, were you the one that did the colony name? Let me scroll up here. Oh, yes, Mauricio, sorry. I gave your credit to the... I credited the wrong person. I apologize. So, Mauricio gave us the stream name. All right. We got our second. So this is going to have all our resources. We need to build a water extractor over here. And then we got to get some power over to it. Once we build that, we can put the fuel refinery and then start getting the rockets out of here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, let's get the drones. We want all the drones assigned to the drone hub. And in fact, even the drones that are part of this. So basically, this controls the drones. The drones can work on anything inside this radius. Anything outside this radius they can't reach. We do have this mobile drone commander that can control a smaller number of drones. So if we have something we need to control further out, we can send this guy out there. Glad my 1 second thought was of help. Sometimes the best thoughts are 1 second thoughts. Go with your instinct, always. And that was your instinct, and it was a good one. So we're just going to keep collecting metals. There we go. All right. Oh, and now, yeah, we got a bunch of drones. So we've got 20 here. And there's still 2 left. So we'll keep these guys with the mobile drone commander. Honestly, sometimes I like to start with 2 concrete extractors. Because you need so much concrete at game start. What I could do... if I move this guy right here... Oh, lucky I'm off this weekend. Nice, nice. Good, good. Oh, wait, it's kind of tough because I had to work the weekend. It was only free Tuesday. Normally I'm free tomorrow, but scheduled me in extra tomorrow. Luckily I'm off this weekend. Ah, man. Okay. Yeah, at least you're off for the weekend. You can watch some World Cup final and everything. That background synth is reminding me of something. I think Stranger Things intro. Oh, yeah, yeah, it does sound like that, doesn't it? I have to say, I never really listened to the music in the game. Which is why I'm kind of, I kind of like having it on right now. They actually have, like, a bunch of stuff that you can switch to. This is just the regular one. It's pretty crazy how the future looks like it's going to be shaped by drones a lot. Yeah, right? I mean, we all know it. Damn. Space too far apart. Oh. Whoops. That is kind of a cool view, though, isn't it? I forgot you could do this. Alright. So I want this guy to be in range of our stockpiles. If I put a concrete extractor here... How much power do they take? 5. Yeah, so I can just do, like, the wind turbine. But the thing is, so these guys kick up dust. Anything within this range, you're going to need to do maintenance more on. So I'll want to build the wind turbine, like, right here. Right outside the range. And then do that. We'll put a concrete Yeah, how far over can I move this? Oh, is that in range? I think it kind of is. All right. And then we'll put a large waste rock thing here. Yeah, at least I can watch the finals in peace. Yeah, right? So you got that at least. That's good. Yeah, we've got metals here. So I need 2 machine parts for that. I need 1 machine part there and 4 concrete. So give me one of these guys. What did I say? I need 4 concrete, 3 machine parts. So go get some machine parts. Now, I should place the dome. So I want this thing in range, but I also need this in range so that the people in the dome can work there. There we go. I can put it here, and it's still a vista. I'm trying to put the dome away from that metals deposit because the metal extractor is also going to kick up dust, so I kind of want it out of range of the dome. Let's put the dome, like, right here. And set this as a low priority, because I don't want all the resources going to the dome yet. It makes sense for drones to shape the future. Humanity's biggest evolutionary advantage is making and using tools, yeah, which expand our capabilities and reach. All of our history is the story of the development and deployment of tools. Drones are a continuation of that and expand our reach to places and distances unimaginable before. The biggest question is always just who controls the tools. Yeah, is well said. Well said. I mean, speaking of Mars, you think of Pathfinder and oh, damn it, what was the other one called? Pathfinder and I keep thinking Prodigy. It's not Prodigy.
Mission goal completed.
What was? Where's my little pop-up? What was the mission goal? Oh, damn it, I wasn't paying attention. No, I just need 3 of them. Yeah, like those are tools, right? And those are drones. Actually, what's cool is I didn't show this on the map when we were selecting our site, but you can select the actual sites where things like that landed. Wait, was it Pathfinder and Curiosity? I walked 32 miles since the weekend. Jeez. Oh my god, I just checked my tracker. Wow. Wow. That's nuts. That is quite the distance there. Oh wait, no, we had concrete there. Who knew your job was going to be getting you in excellent shape? Curiosity. Yeah, it is Curiosity, right? I think that was the other Mars rover. Yeah. Yeah, so you can actually land on their spots. And actually, there's an achievement in this game called, like, Mark Watney. Because eventually we have to send an initial group of founders here. I think the achievement is if you only send 1 person in the founder phase, and you survive. I think you get the achievement on that. By the end of this fair, I need new clothes. Man, I kind of need to... I need to work where you are at this fair. I need to... I've gained quite a bit of weight since the World Cup started.
Council session open.
Okay, so this is one aspect of the game I don't have a lot of experience in. This is brand new to this Surviving Mars relaunched. This, like, new Earth Council. Yeah, and so this is, like, the faction we got, the Green Mars Coalition. So I don't know as much about this. The Earth Council is ready to convene for the first time. It is made up from the founding faction and the most important sponsors that will govern the future of Mars. The Earth Council will disband when the colony has created its own assembly. Yeah, it is pretty cool, right? I like it. So, allow the factions to choose the next political action. If a proposal is chosen, the respective faction will gain a temporary boost. Okay. All right, we're at the 2-hour mark here. Let's finish this council, and then I'll keep an eye out here and make sure the ad isn't starting. What law can we do? Oh, yeah, the founder stage is skipped. I forgot, yeah. So, the founder stage is when you first send people, you could only send a total of, I think it's 12, and you have a certain number of souls, not days, but souls. And you either have to survive that number of souls without anybody dying, or have a baby born on Mars before you can send more people. And that's the founder stage. But we have the possibility here to skip the founder stage. Let's see if we can do that. The factions can be persuaded to change their vote, but they will want something in return. If a promise was made to a faction and it was not completed, there will be a significant loss of approval with that faction. You can negotiate multiple times with different factions. You can negotiate multiple times with different factions to change the vote. The promises are considered accepted when the vote actually happens. Oh. Well, we're going to be building a dome, and we're going to be building a fuel refinery. We'll do this one, because we're going to be building the fuel refinery before the dome. Well, actually, yeah. And let's build a dome. We'll do both, because we got to do both. Now let's vote.
Vote passed.
So, nice. We get to skip the founder phase. I like it.
New faction opportunity.
All right. All right. So now we do need to take a quick 90-second break. Oh, what was that Mars movie? I just watched it recently. Is it The Martian? I'm not sure. Well, all right. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break, pay homage to our gods of ads so that we don't get hit by ads during gameplay. So 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. What did I miss? What did I miss? People caring about the environment while living in Mars. A functional Earth and Cooperation Council. This game and other future Earth games like it start to sound more optimistic by the day. Well, just wait, just wait. I don't know if we'll reach the story that's added in, that I added in for this. But the story I added in for this will make it seem more like home. But the story doesn't start up immediately. Research the Martian vegetation tech. How much time? Oh, we have 4 souls for that? Yeah. Well, okay, we can move that up, but I'd rather have this stuff. Well, we'll see what we get. Hydration break. Haha, that's right. Yeah, I'll bring back the hydration break this Saturday for the Victoria 3 stream. Oh, I should mention what that is. Hold on, let me
A building has stopped working.
Yeah. They all do. So this Saturday... Oh, wait. Yep, that's the one. Oh, yeah. I don't know how I slept on it for so long. It was awesome. Yeah, I loved it. I loved that movie. Same thing with that one, just like with Project Mary, also same writer, Project Hail Mary. My wife and I read the book when it first came out, and we loved it. And then we were like, oh, man, there's a movie coming. And so we were so pumped when the movie came. Yeah, so this Saturday, I'll be doing a special Victoria 3 stream, a special World Cup version of the Victoria 3 stream. I'll be... there's a poll up on my YouTube channel under the... If you go to the channel and you click on posts, you'll see a poll up there, and then you can go onto the Hamcord, the Discord, and go to the polls channel. There's a poll on there with the question being, who is going to win the World Cup, Argentina or Spain? Whoever wins the poll, that's who I'm going to play with on Saturday. And it's going to be a longer stream than I normally do since it's a one-off stream. I'm going to go for about 5 hours. So I'll start at 12 p.m. Eastern time, so my time. And I'll end right as the third place game between France and England is starting. So... everybody gets to pick which one I do, Argentina or Spain. Some future game assumptions already don't age well for me. Like, if you don't bad remember, Mass Effect assumes Earth well into the future keeps a laissez-faire unregulated market with yeah, multiplane megacorps. And even the other aliens doing that too, each with their own associated megacorp besides the weird one running on planned economy. Not sure free megacorps forever more is the way to go. Yeah. I don't think it's the way to go. I also
Research complete.
I also don't think... Oh wait, hold on, let me... With the early phase of our mission showing relative stability and gaining in popularity back on Earth, our sponsor feels we are in a good position to push forward a training program aimed at attracting the best applicants Earth has to offer. Best of Best, as the program is being called, wants your input on what specialization field they should concentrate their recruitment efforts. Do we need scientists, geologists, botanists, or workaholic applicants? Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather take the workaholic ones. Maybe I'll regret that, but we'll see. Okay, so that thing is built. So let's unload the machine parts for when they're going to need to do maintenance. My favorite is always the fax machine. The height of human ingenuity. Unload everything over there. Oh yeah, okay, what am I doing? We need a fuel refinery. I keep forgetting to build it. And now we'll put the pipes down here. There we go. Now we need Moxie. This is going to make oxygen for us.
A building has stopped working.
Now, there's many people who would watch this stream
Faction promise kept.
and be like, what the hell is this guy doing? Because there's a general strategy in this game. Not to cluster things together like this. Because it is true, if you get meteors, they hit one thing, they get a lot of stuff. But I also don't like the whole spread out thing. Because when you put things close together, the drones also don't have to move as far. So I know the strategy. I'm just not doing it. For anybody naysaying but not voicing the naysay. I heard a term for that recently, capitalist realism. The fact that capitalism has become some ingrained that it's easier for people to imagine the end of the world than an end to capitalism. Yeah. I think a lot of people are starting to realize just how much capitalism was kind of like propagandized, is that a word, to us? See, I think in just like in all things, the truth is a little bit of both. I mean, we're suffering from capitalism right now because what we have now is unregulated capitalism run rampant. I don't necessarily think capitalism is entirely awful, but I don't think you can have a 100% capitalist system with no regulation. My personally, what I believe is, I think a good economic system is a system with socialist like basic necessities and capitalist luxuries with socialist safety nets. Like, I do think luxuries should be like more capitalist, but anything that is a necessity for life, I think should not be a capitalist system. So that's kind of my feeling on that. Sorry, so let me figure out here. So we need to create some pipes so that we can start saving up oxygen and water. Now, I do feel like in this game, hold on, what's the best way? I'll wait till these are built and do it. It makes more sense to build everything closer for efficiency, even with the risk of getting wiped out. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, because I do feel like more times than not, you're suffering from the distance of the drones traveling than, you know, the off chance a meteor hits you. I think the ubiquity is a product of the end of the Cold War. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, that's true. That is kind of like where our understanding of things originated from. Yeah, but capitalism isn't the only form of economics. Yeah, capitalism is specifically about the private ownership of property. Most systems are mixed systems. The problem we're in now is privatization has consumed almost every aspect of life. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think that some things can be privately owned, but they can't be something that is necessary for, like, someone's life. And exactly, I think the best economic systems are a mixed system. Oh yeah, so now we're gonna need... I think part of the problem too, to be honest, is that I just feel like so many people don't have a good understanding of, like, basic economic systems. Like, I'm not an economist, so I'm not going to try to, like, sit here and talk like I am, like, have a deep understanding of economics. But I can't remember one time I was talking to this one friend, or it's like a group of friends, and this one person with, like, a straight face, just, like, all seriousness, was like, I think we need to go back to the barter system. I think what would alleviate a lot of our problems is the barter system. And I'll admit my response maybe was a little salty. But I was like, well, okay, I'm a type 1 diabetic. I need insulin to live. How many chickens will insulin cost me? Like, how does, like... And so I think this person, like, trying to create a legit point that a country of 340 billion people should exist on a barter system of economics. I was like, see, that's part of the problem too, is, like, we have very little economic literacy, I feel like, in the United States.
Though initially fruitless, we recalibrated the operating spectrum for our scans, and voila.
The unusual chemical composition of the regolith near the anomaly site effectively shielded it from our data gathering. As we repurposed and improved our scanning technology based on these new findings, we were rewarded with an unexpected surprise. Oh, a large water deposit. Where is this? Okay.
Warning, insufficient resources.
Yeah, you know, we kind of need more batteries now. Oh yeah, we have another Stirling generator. Well... there we go. Now, this is, like, more power generation than we need right now, but once we start getting this going, we're going to need it. The strange thing is that it's getting so bad that the pro-capitalism and anti-capitalism people can see it. Just the former calls it things like late-stage capitalism, while the other, well, the latter calls corporatism, or since they see socialism as um, inherent oppression. Call it the elites are doing socialism and no real capitalism, which is a bit similar when they criticize socialism, saying it was not real socialism. In short, you know, is bad when sides agree it sucks. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that one. It's like, I think anybody who's like, we talked about like a mixed economic system. I think anybody who's all in on one or the other, I mean, I don't think that's good. I can understand though people advocating for like straight up all socialism, because we are in pretty much a 100% deregulated capitalist system, and it's not working. It makes more sense to build everything. Oh wait, yeah, I already said that. Yeah, but capitalism isn't the only. Oh wait, I already read that. Why am I going so far back? Ownership needs to be more evenly distributed, regardless of what particular system that's under. Yes, 100%. There are distinct problems to over-centralizing, which are kind of seeing the final form of now. Yeah, exactly. Which is where I think, like, when people are looking at, like, communist regimes in the past that utilize socialism, I think a large problem in a lot of those systems were that power was too centralized with a few, like a small select few. And with everything being owned by the state being a small number of people, it was just like another form of small private ownership. The barter system never existed the way macroeconomics portrays it. Yeah, exactly. Like, that whole, like, to say that shows that there's very little understanding of what even that system is. Oh, okay, wait. Why isn't this showing me the fuel? This is new? Oh, I have to set it to go back to Earth. So we'll send that one back to Earth. Now, do we have any anomalies yet? Well, that's interesting. That's new too. No, we don't have anything yet. Okay. Well, then we'll send you back to Earth as well. It's cool our understanding of the Neolithic and other prehistoric eras keeps evolving. We're learning more of ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? I always find stuff like that really fascinating. Actually, reading that made me just think, on the Steam sale, I should have gotten Dawn of Man. That was another one of those games that was free on the PlayStation Network for the longest time, and I don't know if it still is, but I used to love playing it there. Why are we... I have 2 concrete extractors going. Why is it taking us so long to get all of this? Concrete. That's why I love the anarchist axiom, from each according to their ability, to each according to their need. Most people want to contribute to their community and have a good intuitive sense about what's fair and not. Most scarcity now is artificial, but it makes people revert to a survival mode that's toxically competitive. We've always been best when we coordinate. It doesn't have to be overly centralized. No one needs to do everything, but everyone needs to do something. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing, is like that sense of community, right? that's kind of broken down. It's actually, you know, it's funny. It's the thing that I always find so funny about when people who aren't from New York talk about New York, and they think like, oh, it's this hard place where everybody is like basically like very mean to each other and everything, right? And that is like furthest from the truth. I find that people in New York are much more about community because we're all basically living on top of each other here. So we really have to like get along and find ways to coexist, right? And point in case, so like I grew up in a suburb of New Jersey, and I like growing up, I knew one of my neighbors kind of growing up, but for the most part, everybody on my street, I have no idea who any of them are. One of them was actively a jerk to us. So all of our neighbors, none of them were really that active in my life. But now living in New York City in my apartment building here, raising kids here, all of the people on my floor in my apartment building, we all talk, we're all friendly, we all know each other. I honestly, like, I would feel comfortable, like, in an emergency, leaving my kids with anybody on my floor here. Like, that's how close we all are. And so there's more of a sense of community here than I had, like, in the suburb that I grew up in. We playing the Victoria 3 game in reverse. We seek to lower literacy, minimum expected standard of living, and yeah, erase technologies research from the society tree, trying to go back to feudalism. That's such a great way to put it. Yeah, we're doing Victoria 3 in reverse. We started at the Industrial Revolution, we reached peak, and now the pendulum is going the other way. Yeah, it feels like it's hard to have a city full of millions of individualists. Yeah, exactly. It's like impossible. It just wouldn't work. Oh my god, one of these days we'll get a dome. I can't remember now, like, did it take this long? Oh, we're on Sol 4. I don't know. Does the passage of time go shorter in the revamp game here? The relaunched game? I do not know. That's awesome. I'm really glad you have that. Yeah, I think that makes so much more of a difference than people realize, as does not having it. Yeah, in the other direction. Yes, this is true. I will say, you know, there is the opposite that exists in New York City. There is, I think, a lot of people who move to the city who are in their 20s and maybe like their early 30s, and they kind of see the city as kind of like an extended dorm room, right? Like they're single, no kids, and so they're just here to party. Well, work, but also like they're more concerned with like the nightlife and stuff like that. But those are also the people that the moment they decide to like not do that kind of lifestyle anymore, maybe now they get married, have some kids, they immediately move out of the city. And that shows to me like, well, you were never actually here to be a part of the community. And it's true, like while they're living here, they don't actually participate in the community at all. And so there's that side of it. And I have lived in a building like that before, where it felt like it was a lot of people younger than me in like their late 20s, maybe early 30s. Nobody really interacted with each other, and they were all just kind of out partying, didn't interact in the community at all. So I have seen the flip side of it, which I don't really understand that. All right, oxygen tanks are going up. As long as they haven't altered the needs of like the pops and everything. I've generally found when you get your first dome here, 2 oxygen tanks are pretty good. Although, once we're all done with this, I will build an oxygen tank and a water tower right here, because it is true, if we ever, like, get this pipe destroyed, we're gonna have some big problems for the dome. So having an alternate source, just like a very small source back here, will help. But I want to finish the dome first. All right, so we only have like 6 more concrete, and then they'll build the dome. Now, I forget which side it's on. Engineering, maybe? One of the techs will require less less fuel for the rockets, and we could really use that, actually. Yeah, let's add that in there. All right. I will say they also so part of the reason why they relaunched the game is apparently they changed the engine that the game runs on. And I will say the game does look like a lot better. Yeah, I think the problem is that a lot of people just don't grow up with it. Yeah, and aren't socialized well. The only way to change that is to find it somewhere where it really hits. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you have to find, like, your home and everything, right? I just wish that... Because the problem is, while those people who don't really see the city as their long-term home live here and party in, like, their 20s, and then leave when they finally decide to settle down, they're also the ones that are, like, jacking up the rents, you know? Because they have a lot of disposable income and will pay these outrageous rents where the rest of us can't do that. All right. Additional rewards for researching milestones. We don't need that right now. The production of extractors is increased at the expense of increased waste rock output. That's not bad. Sponsor research. Oh, yeah. Let's take... We want to take the research. Oh, residential buildings have increased capacity. That's actually really good. No, but we definitely want research early on. So wait, what do we need for it to be passed? Let's go to the vote. Like, what do we need?
Vote passed.
Okay, so I guess this is just over 50%. For me, that was the burn community, and I'm super grateful now. The last couple of years have been rough, but it's a night and day difference from the past, because I have a community of friends who really care about each other and help take care of each other. It makes solving problems that would be much harder alone way more manageable, and it's not transactional. It's just from each to each. It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it. When you have, it can become self-sustaining. Yeah, like, I haven't experienced it, but I think I'd mentioned before, I had 2 friends that were very heavily into that community, and they would always tell me about their experiences when they went, and I always loved hearing about it, because I thought it was so great. Unfortunately, I don't speak to those 2 as much anymore, because they kind of moved away. but requires trust. That's why it's easier to form when you have to live near each other. Yeah, that comes with a certain level of inherent accountability. I think the world got bigger and smaller, yeah, in ways that made that hard to scale, but you can still find it a lot in places in your life. Yeah. I mean, I think that's why the, like, huge influx of social media in everybody's life had such a drastic impact. Because I think that's one of those things that, like, made the world a little bit smaller. Here we go. We're building the dome, finally. Okay. You know, I forgot to. I should be building now a launch pad. Well, not just the burn community specifically, but actually existing in a good, healthy community. Like the kind of thing you have with your neighbors. Yeah. It's no small thing that you feel safe and leave your children with them. Yeah, and it's probably for, like, the same reasons, right? Like, you had to live in small proximity with the people in that community and, like, kind of survive together. Oh, nice. Let's get this anomaly. Damn. I would really like to build this low-G high-rise before the regular one, but I guess we're just going to have to do that. Alright, so we'll build the living complex. Then... Wait, is that what the diner looks like now? Oh, they changed it. Okay. So the diner, we'll do the diner, the small space bar. And, oh. The medical post. Is that what the medical post is now? It used to be bigger than that. So we'll put the medical post in there, and then I guess, yeah, we could, oh, wow. Yeah, that looks a lot different. Well, then maybe we'll do... Oh. These buildings all look different from the last time I played. Alright, then we'll do a research thing. We want to do... an open-air gym. And then, the metals extractor. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Can we do that? Ooh, nice. And it's not going to touch the dome. Alright, let's build this stuff. I feel people nowadays not only think individualism and collectivism are mutually exclusive things, but also when they engage in one, they do it in the worst ways possible. Yeah. People are individualism to be apathetic and selfish, yet not to be themselves and protect their rights. People are collectivists to follow others in a cult-like fashion, but not to cooperate together. Yeah. for the greater good is like an upside down world. Yeah, it's kind of like we're collecting, at least it feels like sometimes here in the US, it's like a we're collectively binding together to say everybody for themselves, which is such a weird thing. You should check out a burn, though. I feel like you'd dig it. Yeah, I bet I would. A lot of people know, yeah, the sex and drugs and party side of it, and that is a part of it, but not as much as people think. It's more about community and art and the vibe of it. Coming together to build something no one could make alone, something deeply human about the experience. It connects you to something deeper. Yeah. Well, I remember, yeah, that was my perception of it. And so my two friends that went, they're a couple, they're married, and I think his wife was the one that first was like, I want to do this. Now, this is like going back like 10 years ago now. But they were like, yeah, I want to do this. And, you know, he told me, at first, his initial reaction was like, isn't that just a place where people do tons of drugs and have big orgies and everything? And I was like, yeah, that's my impression of it. And he was like, the biggest surprise of it is like, that's the furthest from the truth. He did say like, yeah, there are, you know, there is that aspect there. There are people there that do that. But he was like, largely for the most part, it's like the exact opposite of that. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Definitely agree with that sentiment. When a community is at its best, the community supports individual thriving, and individual thriving supports the community in turn. Yeah. I know. It's that, like... I think we talked about it on the channel one time about, like, whataboutism. I do feel like on an individual level, the whole, like, whataboutism, like, this person needs help. They're like, well, I need help. And it's like, okay, yeah, but do you need help right now? Like there's somebody actually suffering right now. Like, do you actually need help or no? And then, actually, I don't think that's the best place for the water tower. Ah, Jesus. All right. We'll see what that connects. So these will be the two kind of backups for this dome.
Heavy drone workload.
Oh, really? Most things people write off as sex and hedonism, yeah, tend to be more complex than that. This is so true, actually, Mauricio. You're so right. There's so many things in life people describe as that, and it always turns out it's not that at all, or at least it's not that, and that there's a different context. Oh, let's put a low priority on the open air gym because we need everything else first. Yeah, I've done most of that side of it, but the memories that stand out as the most profound are usually the effigy and temple burn, especially the year I got to help build effigy. Oh, at one of the regionals. Nice. It was such a cool experience. I'd recommend finding a regional burn, though, especially for your first instead of the big burn. Oh, I didn't realize there were regional ones. I thought there was just one like out in Nevada. I didn't realize there were like smaller regional ones.
Heavy drone workload. Research complete.
All right. Congratulations, you have successfully made the first step towards turning Mars into a lush green heaven. You have unlocked the seeds resource that can be imported from Earth. Seeds are stored into specialized storages and used by forestation plants and open farms for planting vegetation outside the domes. Most plants require some terraforming progress to be made. Check out the atmosphere, temperature, surface, water, and vegetation covering in the planetary view. Improving these terraforming parameters will improve the productivity of some buildings, decrease the severity of disasters, and ultimately may render Mars lush, breathable, and covered with liquid water. Nice. Actually, that did just remind me. I need something that's going to produce food. Yeah, so I need to put it in here. So let's hold off on the research thing and build that. All right. Oh, we can turn this off for now.
Milestone completed.
Oh, look at that. We're launching a rocket. In Stellaris, you can play as toxoid aliens that live in fully toxic wasteland planets. Things is logically, they would see that as healthy environment. So us coming in to cleaning would be pollution. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. I don't know. I might pause EU5 on Thursdays for a little bit and maybe finally do some Stellaris. I've been wanting to do a Stellaris stream for the longest time. I feel like I might try something different on Thursdays just for a short period of time and then come back to EU5.
Heavy drone workload.
All right, so let's put a landing pad here. There we go. And vice versa. Imagine the Martians like this giant red rock being like this. And here we come with our green terraforming. I know, right? Like, oh, why can't you guys be like you were on Earth? What you were doing on Earth was so great. Don't do all that green stuff here. Do what you were doing on Earth. Destroy the planet. That's what we need.
Heavy drone workload.
Yeah, the one in Blackrock is where it started, but it spreads like fire. Basically, anywhere there's enough people to put one together and it follows the 10 principles, it's a burn. Oh, nice. Each are independently run. Oh, so they vary from place to place, but some people prefer it to the big burn. I'm pretty sure there's one in New York. Oh, not sure how far it would be from you, though. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna look that up. I genuinely did not know that. I thought there was just one, and it was in Nevada. What happened anyhow to Serbia? I think the thing with the Serbia run, and I think this is part of the issue with EU5, you know, coming from streaming Victoria 3, I want to do like a full run of a country. And in Victoria 3, you can do a full Victoria 3 run in about, you know, I would say between 12 and 14 episodes. This is episode 15 of the Serbia run, and we kind of got slapped around today. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of done with the run. And so I feel like it's time to just move on. Because I do kind of feel like that's the problem, to do like a full EU5 run, it would need to be something like 30 episodes, you know? And that's a lot of time. If you think about it, if I'm doing 2 sessions a day, that's 15 weeks. That's a lot of weeks. So I think I'm kind of done with Serbia. And then in thinking about, oh, what do we want to do for the rest of tonight? I'm like, suddenly, we were talking about Kerbal Space Program. I think that's what put Surviving Mars relaunch in my head. All right, I think we're ready to launch the people. So how many people are we going to need here? So
Dust storm approaching.
Oh god. Hold on. If we launched people, how long does it take? 1 soul. God. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to get through the dust storm. I mean, it's actually great. Dust storms are no problem at all if you don't have any people on the planet. All right, so we did a fair. Yeah. What are you gonna do? So 4 per work shift. So we can start with 4 there. You know, it's so funny. I just realized they have the old symbols for what the buildings look like, but the buildings look different now. This is what the building actually looked like on the map before, but now it looks completely different. All right, so 4 people, because we can do 12 to a rocket. So we're going to do 4 for the metal. 3 for this, that's 7. Two for this, that's 9. 4 for this, that's 13. So we could do 1 less geologist. All right, so let's get some... Oh, no, not this. Let's get some people. All right, so we want to start... Yeah, let's clear all the filters. Clear filters, there we go. All right, age group. We want to keep everybody... Oh, wait, yeah, we want to keep everybody adult and youth. So let's just start off by no flaws at all. Special is... Oh, damn, hold on. Oh, no, I forgot it. Yeah, I forgot about the medical post. We need 2 for that. Okay, hold on. So we need 3, 5, 7, 11. And then we'll do 1 geologist. That's fine. Because we don't need the metals as much. So we need 3 botanists. We need 2 doctors, medical workers, and then non-specialty the rest. So 3, 2, 1 geologist, the rest no specialization. No seniors, no middle-aged, adult and youth. We'll start with no flaws. All right, their specialization. So we got 5 botanists. I have to say, this is a much better interface for selecting colonists. Workaholic, party animal, and sexy. Hey, hey, hey. So let's take you. Oh, and youth. Let's take you. So basically, anybody who's youth and a decent candidate is always great because they're going to live longer. The worst is to like send somebody there. You have to send somebody who's like middle-aged, and then suddenly they become a senior. Because the problem is seniors, when a colonist becomes a senior, they don't work anymore, but they still take up like a bed in the like dormitories in the dome. Eventually you want to create like a retirement dome, but we don't have that at first. So if you have somebody who's youth, they'll be there longer and not become a senior. So we need 3 botanists here. Okay. All right, so we'll take those 3. Medics, we need 2. So we have a youth there. There we go. 2 young doctors. Woo, woo, woo. What is this? Grey's Anatomy we're doing on this on Mars here. Geologist. We're only looking for 1. Workaholic survivor. That's pretty good. We got a lot of youth candidates, actually. That's kind of great. No specialization. Only youth. All right, so we'll take you. And then hippie, workaholic, fit, survivor. Yeah, sure. I want to get all those workaholics. All right, there we go, there we go. That's it. There's our initial founders. Looking for young, sexy people just sounds like you're making a reality TV show on Mars. I know, right? I need you to be a geologist, also young and sexy. I need people to have babies here on Mars. I need them to be sexy. Terraforming buildings are now available. Construct them to consume seeds, affect the local soil quality and vegetation to increase the floor of global terraforming parameters. Yep. The Love Dome. The real red planet. The real red planet. Oh my god. Oh, that's what I should name the colony if I do one like that. You know, you also can do tourism in this game. Eventually we can start bringing tourists in. They don't work, but if you keep their comfort high, when they leave, you get money. Ooh. Oh. Let's see. So this is not producing a lot of water. Do I want to... Do I want to try to build another one? Yeah, because the grade here is low. Isn't there another? Yeah, there's one all the way down here. Average. Oh, is the other rocket still en route? Yeah. Okay.
Sector scan.
I should add more stuff. Oh, you know, I haven't saved this. USA stream.
Research complete.
Engineers in GL's get 10. Oh! We have the high rise. Yeah, destroy that. Let's build the high rise. Oh, no, hold on. I forgot. We don't have the decommission protocol. All right, well, whatever. Let's build, I'd rather have the Ooh. The apartments. I haven't gotten the decommission protocol yet. God, that's annoying. Yes, let's get the polymer factory. Extractors upgrade. Let's do that. God, I'm remembering how much I missed this game. You know what I find really annoying, though, is that the original Surviving Mars, before the relaunch, that game had a Mac version, and now that they did the relaunch, it's not on Mac. And so, like, I can't run it natively on my laptop, which is really annoying. This is such a good game to have on your laptop to, like, run while you're, like, doing something else. It's, you know, sometimes you just need to let the game run so you can have your drones build stuff. Do we have any other anomalies to research? No. We do a little research station down here, though. All right. Oh, let's turn this off. So, we're only going to have one there. Of 3 there. So all that stuff would be good. All right. How much longer till they get here? Well, these things are full, right? Yeah. Yeah, the water towers, I don't mind as much because we got this over here. I should get a moisture vaporizer, though. When this rocket finally gets to Earth, we'll send it back with some supplies. Like, for instance, we can use more polymers here. What's even the point of this game? Learn geology. No, I mean, I think I think the game, just like with Victoria 3, it's just a sandbox game. I mean, I think the point is survive. That's really all it is. Send people to Mars here and have them survive. Because I will say this, once we start having people here, and once you start scaling up your colony, it gets a lot more complicated. Right now, everything's kind of been easy peasy right now because we don't have any people here. But once you have people here and once you have people and things start to like not work, and the people in the colony start getting affected, it becomes a lot more stressful. We haven't had the main difficulty yet because there's just been no people here. So like right now, you have these dust storms every now and then, right? So this is going to last for 1 sol. And so because of the dust storm, for instance, our solar panels don't work during the dust storm. So you got to hope that you have enough power saved up, or you have enough other things that can generate power. Of course, though, during a dust storm, things like wind turbines produce more power. So normally this wind turbine only produces 5.5 power, now it's doing 8 because of the dust storm. So you also have to make sure you diversify your electric grid. What else doesn't work? Oh yeah, the machine that makes oxygen doesn't work during a dust storm, which is why we need to have these things stockpiled. But it doesn't really mean anything right now because we don't have any people here. So yeah, things do eventually get a lot more complicated. Hand press the button to close the oxygen generators. Yep, you know it. I'll do it. Don't piss me off, colonists. I'll press that button. Yeah, residential buildings have increased capacity. It looks like everybody will go with it.
Vote passed.
Very nice.
New faction opportunity.
We should also put a pipe valve right here, so that if there's a leak here, we can turn the valve off and then we don't lose stuff from here. Now, also, rockets can't land during a dust storm, so yeah, these guys aren't here yet, but if they were, they couldn't land. Oh, okay, so we can send a a rocket. We need a lot more drones. So let's get 3 of those guys. Oh yeah, we need a ton more polymers. Oh yeah, seeds. Let's get ourselves some seeds. We can start doing that. We have tons of this stuff. Now, I did kind of pick an easy starting condition. We have enough money right now because so your starting sponsor plays a big role. I chose the United States, and with the United States, you get periodic funding. Funding for space, imagine that. How outdated this game is already. But there's a lot of starting sponsors that won't give you periodic funding, so you really have to, like, create your own funding. So it can get a bit more difficulty, or a bit more difficult, but because I chose an easy starting sponsor, we're kind of okay there. I think this is all we need for right now, though. Man, I was nerding out hard when my friend and I were watching Project Hail Mary the other day. I remember hearing recently that projectile weapons were actually a big stepping point in the... Oh, in the what? In the what? In the development of humans as a species. Because it requires so many different cognitive abilities, and the feedback loop of that development is wild to think about. Oh, really? Projectile weapons. Interesting. Oh, I'd have to look that up. Okay. So, projectile weapons were like a big stepping point in our stuff. Like I told you, most games set on humanity exploring space seem way too idealistic nowadays. The evil aliens invading others for resources going to turn to be us at this rate. Yeah, I know. It's funny because, like, you'd think there would be a major movie where that's the case, where humans are like the aliens and we're the ones stealing resources. And the only one I can think of was some animated movie back in the day. Not back in the day, but like when I was in college, it came out, and I know this because I was working at Blockbuster. But it was some animated movie voiced by The Rock, where he was just like a NASA astronaut, lands on a planet, and it's totally like a suburb. And he's like the alien. I never saw it, but I saw the trailer nonstop at work. But also, playing Kerbal Space Program made me appreciate that rocket science is basically just an extension of that same ability, which makes it even crazier to think about. Yeah, it's like throwing a dart and hitting a bullseye on the other side of the world. Yeah. That's why I love... My wife and I do this all the time, where... You know, we'll spend the night looking up YouTube videos, and what we end up looking up is, like, just space stuff. It's just so fascinating, like, listening to, like, tidbits about space and space exploration and travel and stuff like that. Alrighty, righty. Okay. We still have no anomalies to get. Eventually there'll be like anomalies we can go research. Avatar is literally built on that premise. The literal megacorp has humanity by the walls and goes to invade the Native American. Oh yeah, you're right. Inspired aliens for resources. I never thought about that. Yeah, that's Avatar right there. Space is cool. I always wanted to work at European Space Agency. Yeah, but I guess this is fine too. Man, me too. Oh, let's turn this on. Me too. Oh, we never connected. Oh, God. I always wanted to go to space camp. I always wanted to, like... I think, you know, it is one of those things that, like, it kind of makes me sad to knowing that I'll never know what it's like to be in zero gravity. Like, to be in space and to just be floating. Like, honestly, like, imagine what that feeling would be like to just be floating in something. It's literally a feeling you've never had before. And it makes me sad to know that there is a place in existence I could go where I could feel that. But I'll never actually get the chance to do that. Oh, that's awesome. Space remains evergreen in its ability to fascinate the mind. It does, right? It does, because it's so what's the word? Like, it goes against our understanding of the space. In a weird way, goes against our understanding of the world. Like, living on a planet is all about finite dimensions, right? Like, there's a limit to where you can go. Even if you, like, if you keep walking, you're just going to circle back around and get to the same part, or the same spot. So the idea of, like, infinite space, like, we kind of accept it because we know, like, logically it makes sense. Really deep down, I feel like all of us subconsciously are like, logically that makes no sense. How can a place that you can exist in have an infinite amount of space? Just a concept of space is like science fiction. And I think that's the thing that's so fascinating about it. Yeah, they do that on planes too, right? And I guess you can skydive. Yeah, I've always wanted to go skydiving for that very reason. But even skydiving, like, you're falling, right? But yeah, planes, on a plane, if you dive on a plane, you can create, like, zero gravity. But no, just that, like, and imagine, like, looking back at the Earth. Like, to actually have the Earth in your field of vision, right? It's just got to be a wild, wild feeling. Space is cool for now because it's a new frontier. Just like going to the other side of a valley, a region, crossing the sea, the oceans, and flying once was. It lost most of its charm with a
building has stopped working.
Oh, with time. Yeah. I mean, it's true. Like, if, like, with, especially with, like, space tourism and all that, like, if we all just start kind of doing a week on the moon as tourists, it'll lose its allure. This is true. But also, I've never done that, so it hasn't lost the allure for me. Yeah, so you can see we're actually losing oxygen now in the oxygen tanks because I turned this on and it does use oxygen. But it's fine. We're losing a very little amount. We have a ton of stuff here. Oh, Radical Anarchist. I just heard it. That like little bit of the song that really does sound like Stranger Things. Until you open your parachute, you technically are in 0G falling. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. But isn't it different though? Like,
resources.
is it 0G? Because your fall and gravity is pulling you to the ground. Whereas if you were in space, there's no gravity pulling on you. Right?
Sector scan.
But I guess, yeah, there would be 0G, because I do know, too, yeah, like, if a plane is diving down, you experience 0G. Yeah, I guess I guess I don't know exactly how that works. But yeah, you're right. I guess skydiving, you're experiencing 0G. I think you can go on the planes they use to train the astronauts to simulate 0G. Can you? God, I would love to do that. Specifically with corpos, yeah, commercializing all the magic out of it. Yeah, that's true, right? Like, once they start doing tourism, I mean, what am I talking about? We're already doing space tourism. Like, Jeff Bezos is doing that with celebrities right now. You just have to be a celebrity. Oh, excuse me. Well, absolutely. We don't realize how much the paradigm we have of the world shapes our experience of it. Yeah. Breaks a lot of the assumptions we have. Yeah. That is true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Shamneo, hello, hello. I wasn't expecting a Surviving Mars gameplay. I thought you'd play the other colony game you mentioned during the sale. Oh, wait. Yeah, which one did I mention? It's on my wish list. I forget the name of it. Yeah, there was another, like, space one. I didn't end up buying it, unfortunately. Maybe you can play Dyson Sphere Program. Oh, yeah, it's a Factorio in space. I remember seeing that up on Steam when it first came out. It looked interesting, but I never got it. DSP is so good. Really? I'm gonna have to check that out. I do have a Steam gift card burning a hole in my pocket. I gotta use it on something. Also, what forever broke my brain from Kerbal Space Program is that you can't fly straight in space. You're always traveling in circles. Oh, interesting. Really? You know what kind of broke my brain? I was watching this video about how, actually, let me look here. Like, imagine this is the Earth. It's very hard to travel, like, up. I mean, we'll use up and down, right? Up out of Earth and down out of Earth. Like, it's much easier to travel within the plane of the planets. And that's because you're using the rotation of the planet to kind of slingshot you out of the planet. But if you try to travel up, you don't get that slingshot. So you need so much more force to, like, move out of the planet. So we've only ever really traveled in the plane of all the planets out. And I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. I've never actually thought about that before. Like, if we have space colonies like this, like this game is doing, generations gonna be born being able to see Earth from their casually, and yeah, and seeing out the difference from just looking at the month from here. You're right. I think you're absolutely right, because think about it now, like we're sending people out into space We're sending people, just recently we had people like circle around the moon, and generally the entire public is just kind of like, what, okay, cool. We've done that before. Like, it's an amazing thing, even still today, but I think because we've done that already in the past, yeah, there's kind of this thing like, whatever. Used to it by now. All right, let's build that. No, it's the same, only there's no end. Oh, damn, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot what that's in reference. No, it's the same, only there is no end. For what? Are you talking about Dyson Sphere program? Yeah, but that's relative to an extent. Climbing Everest has become depressingly touristy. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard reports of that. But only for the people there. I remember the first time I stood at the top of a mountain, it blew my mind. Yeah. I've heard part of the problem with Everest, too, is that it's so touristy that there are people going that aren't actually able to do it. And so there's a lot of people, like, getting into, like, trouble, like they can't finish. And then there's, like, a backup of people on Everest trying to get down, but like there's low atmosphere, so it's not good to like just be standing around waiting because you're losing oxygen, and so it's becoming a little dangerous for how many like tourists there are. All right, so let's send the resources there. Let's start landing the people. Let's turn all our stuff back on. Yeah, we'll start with the wheatgrass because it takes the least amount of time. And then we'll do leaf crops. We'll turn this on. And then I think something that's good to do is we're going to create a food depot right here. And then we'll say in our main depot, no food, so that all the food goes closest to the dome.
A rocket has arrived. New colonists have arrived.
Yeah,
Milestone completed.
but on the ISS, they are constantly falling to Earth. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Only they are missing the Earth because they are too fast. Yeah, that's right. I had seen that in a video I watched once, that they're constantly falling to Earth. Also, isn't it going to be wild when, because they're abandoning the ISS and they're just going to let it fall into the Pacific? That's going to be a wild, because I'm sure we'll be able to see it on TV. The International Space Station, which is large, just falling and landing into the ocean. That is going to be a wild thing to witness. Hey, DeWolfie, what's up, what's up? Wait, this isn't EU5, this isn't Serbia. Yeah, it is. We got so far in the run, we got to the modern age, and now we're in space. Yeah, I think the Serbia run in EU5 is done. Yep, specifically relative to the direction it's rotating. In Kerbal Space Station, you have to launch westward. Yeah. Yeah, I watched a whole video about that, about how that's what you have to do. If you want to learn about space travel, you should play Kerbal. And if you want to play in space, I guess Dyson Space Program is better. You can colonize stars and star systems. Oh yeah, FTL, I know that one. FTL to... Oh, no, never mind. There's a game, FTL too, but yeah. FTL to other systems and colonize them. Yeah. Yeah, gyroscopes are brain-breaking. Yeah, absolutely. The Earth? Yeah, what about it? I see it every morning. Oh, Jabba, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I imagine most of it will burn up in space. I didn't think of that. I was kind of thinking like, oh, we're gonna see like the whole ISS just kind of falling. Yeah, you're right though. It's all gonna burn up. Damn. Oof, what happened? Well, we reached episode 15 of it, which is pretty far along. This morning we had a rough war against the Ottomans. We lost. And then in tonight's episode, Hungary declared on us. And we lost quite a bit of land to them. And I finally, you know, I'm kind of tired of playing as Serbia. And we've done it for 15 episodes, which is quite a lot. So I think it's time to accept defeat and move on.
A building has stopped working.
100%, I couldn't understand elliptical orbits until I got to play with them. And my God, am I gonna have to buy Kerbal Space Program? I think I am. It's poetically tragic seeing humanity's big symbol of cooperation, yeah, falling down on this times. I know it's for economic reasons, but still the worst timing for it. That has not been lost on me either. It's sad. That's a good point. Yeah, Mauricio, unfortunately, yeah. Kerbal Space Program 1, not 2. That's what I've heard from everybody. It's just wild to me to think, though, that like the sequel to a game that has been made more recently on more advanced systems is that much worse than its predecessor. But I mean, I believe you. That's literally all I've heard. So I guess I will go with the first one. The dream, Stefan's dream. Yeah, the dream will never be realized. Maybe someday we'll go back to it. You know, I have to say, the Serbia run I did in Victoria 3, we didn't get the Serbia achievement, and now the Serbia run in EU5 we didn't get it. So I think I'm just cursed with Serbia.
Anomaly found. Sector scan.
But what about the chemtrails? Oh, I can't forget about those. All right, let's get our guy over here. Sequel being worse than the original is as old as sequels. Is an achievement when they are an improvement. I don't think in gaming, though. You're absolutely right in movies. Absolutely. I think in gaming, though, usually the sequel is better, right? Kerbal Space Program 1 is finished, so it's well finished. Yeah. Oh, Kerbal Space Program 2 is mismanaged and half finished. Ah, yeah. Oh. Rutro. Oh, damn. I wasn't paying attention to our power output. Luckily, these generators, we can open them up and get a little bit more power out of them. Do we have enough for this? Game sequel benefit from having all their assets already made from before, unlike movies where you have to start from zero. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I find it so fascinating that Kerbal Space Program 2 is so much worse than the first one, because aren't they starting with all the assets in line? I guess not. Well, my friends, I think we're at the stopping point for the night. This was fun, though. This was fun. I have to do a legit Surviving Mars session. I really do. I love this game so much. It is seriously one of my, like, I call it my comfort game. Victoria 3 has now taken this place, but there was a long period of time where if I didn't know what game I wanted to play, I would just load up Surviving Mars, because I could always just play this and have fun. And it's been a while since I've gone back to it. What do you mean, Rutro? Those Martians are just celebrating Earth Hour. Involuntary. Exactly, exactly. The mod community for Kerbal Space Program really has kept it up well, too. Well, that's why I'm surprised, then. How come they haven't been able to fix the sequel? Sorry, don't know if plugging other channels on stream is okay. Just made a huge difference. The learning curve is steep. Wait, I don't think you plugged another channel. What other channel? But yeah, I think that'll be it for tonight. So yeah, we, Kerbal Space Program 2 stop mid-dev. That's what I've been heard. That's what I've heard, yeah. Kerbal Space Program 2 has been abandoned now. It's been a while since an update. Are they still updating the first one, though? Early access BS. Oh, jeez. I hate the whole early access thing. I find it to be such a scam. Like, I remember getting that game Final Frontier early on. I got that game years ago, and it was early access, and it just, like, this last year got out of early access. Like, what a scam. It was a fun double game time. Thanks, Amy. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you for dealing with it. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Java. Yeah. I'm glad you got to see some Surviving Mars. I know you're another Surviving Mars fan. So yeah, at some point I'm going to find a time we can sit down and do a legit run here. Because this is such a fun game. Anybody who doesn't know this game, I highly, highly recommend it. We've only really scratched the surface of this game. Because we finally just got our first founders, our colonists here. This is really where the game begins. Once you have people here. So, yeah, a lot of fun. Hope so too. I'll play next to you. Nice. Early access. Selling a car with the promise that the doors come later. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I remember one time here in New York, this was before I had even met my wife. I was looking for an apartment. It was going to be an apartment on my own. And I was using a broker, which you never want to do. This guy took me to this apartment. The entire kitchen, or the entire bathroom was in shambles because they were renovating the apartment. But like, there was just piles of broken tiles everywhere. It was really, and in other places in the apartment too. So it was really hard to see what the apartment looked like. So he was like, let me know when you want to make a bid on the apartment. And I was like, well, I mean, I want to wait to see what the apartment looks like when it's done. He's like, well, I can't guarantee if somebody makes a bid on this apartment. And I'm like, I'm not going to bid on an apartment that is a pile of broken tiles. That's what early access is. That apartment, to me, is what early access games are. Oh, Mike Abbin's channel, he does Space Kerbal program streams and tutorials. Oh, nice. All right, cool. I'm going to check that out. I think I might pick this game up. So I'll need some tutorials. Fun stream tonight. Definitely going to have to check this game out. Yeah, it's been on my list for a while. Definitely check it out. Highly recommend it. Oh, you mean the Cybertruck? Oh god. God, I hate that. Oh god, I hate that thing. Civ tomorrow. Yes. Oh yeah. Thank you. I should say when I'm on again. Yes. So, next time I'm on will be tomorrow night. We will be finishing the Civ 7 run. because we basically have about one stream's worth of game left. So tomorrow night we'll be doing Civ 7. We'll be finishing that up. Let me know when it's done first. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me know when it's done first. And after Final Frontier, I'm very hesitant to buy early access games. I'm not saying I won't. Like, I got Manor Lords, and Manor Lords is great. But when I see a game as early access, I'm very, very hesitant now. Here to another... Yes, here to another series finished. We did it. We did it. Which way do I go? There we go. You can run 2 more Vicky 3 series now. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I will. All right, my friends. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Thanks for hanging out tonight in the double game session. I appreciate it. It was fun finally doing some Surviving Mars on stream here. And we're definitely going to get back to it. But if you haven't yet, go to either the YouTube posts section on my YouTube page or the Hamcord and vote for who you think will win the World Cup final / who you want me to play with on Saturday, because I'm going to be doing a special Victoria 3 World Cup edition stream on Saturday with whoever wins the poll. And hopefully I'll see everybody tomorrow. But other than that, have a good rest of your night, everybody. And as always, be awesome, my friends. I'll see you next time.